going to discuss surface preparation for top coat now. We've got the top sides of a 55-foot yacht here, and we've prepped the surface, primed it, sanded it, patch filled it, and it's basically ready just to clean off paint. There's a few different processes involved. We want to just get all the loose particle off the surface by blowing it off first. Then we're going to remove all the contaminants with a 2-rag wash of the boat. Then we're going to show you how to tack rag and palm the surface off so that we've got a perfect clean surface and there's no contaminants left sticking to the surface. The first process is to blow it off with some compressed air. The compressed air is running through a dryer and an oil trap so you know that the air is nice and clean. And we just give it a thorough blow off all the way through the surface. The surface has been blown off. Now we're going to do what's called the 2-rag method of washing the boat. We're using methylated spirits for this wash. Metho will take the contaminants that may exist on the surface off and then wipe them away before they're dry. So Bruce is going to put metho on the surface. I'm going to wipe it off. We've got to be very thorough in as far as not allowing any gaps in our rag to leave a streak on the boat. Tails of your rag and keep your tails all in so that you don't flick little spots of metho all over the boat that don't get dried off. You do it very thoroughly and precisely. I'll show you how it's done. Alright, we've got a surface now that's been blown off, had most of the particles taken off the outside and then contaminant washed. Now, the final process is just to clean the surface of as much loose particle as we possibly can. And there's 2 different ways we do that. We use a tack rag, a special rag, a waxy rag that is produced in the automotive industry to pick up loose particles as you move it over a surface, and then there's palming off. We'll talk about both of them. Prepare a tack rag for use. There's a couple of different ways, probably more than a couple of different ways, but I'll show you 2 different ways now anyway. The first way is to build a fad out of your tack rag. To do that, take it out of the packet, open it, dry it out. Basically treat it like a rag that you're going to use for your wiping off. That you wrap it up into sort of a ball with all your tails all picked up within the rag with one flat surface to work the surface of the boat with. It's not that simple. They are quite sticky, not easy to pull apart. Not very comfortable to work with, quite frankly. They sort of stick to your hands and make a bit of a mess of your hands. They are effective for picking up particles. You just open him right out like that. Then we just treat it like a rag, fold it back into a workable fluff with one flat surface on the face like that. We'll work our surface like that. The other way to do it is the rags are actually packed in bags into a square shape, and the shape itself is quite handy. If you know you're not going to use your rag for a long period of time, straight away with this rag you've got one surface here that you can use. You turn it over and use that one. Open it out once, fold that over. You've got two more. Fold that back and open that out again. Close it, you've got two more, and so on. You can do that. You've got, I think it's about 64 faces within one of these. So you can use it that way too. It's very unlikely that you're going to use it for longer than the time it will take to use the majority of the faces in the rag. I'll just jump up on the page and show you how it's done. When you're using a tack rag, it's important to remember that the rag is impregnated with waxes. Now, if you push too hard on the surface, get your fingers to ram against the surface, leave little wax particles out of the tack rag on the surface, which will contaminate the surface. When you paint it, it'll separate. So the idea is to use it very lightly against the surface and not to let it stop. So it's sort of an aeroplane landing, aeroplane taking off technique, and rolling your edges off as you work. Just work it like that, roll the edges. When you come up to something that comes out of the boat and will obstruct the flow of your drag, just curl the ends against the edge like so. Still not stopping, you need to sort of work around it. Not allowing your hand to stop. Just trying not to let the rag snag on the boat. Not pushing too hard. It doesn't take any pressure at all for the rag to pick up the boat. That's pretty much how you go about tack ragging. You use tack ragging hot on horizontal surfaces where you've got particles falling on. You use the tack rag right up to the time we're about to spray. Moving particle over and over as it falls from the sky in whatever environment you're in. The other final surface preparation technique we use we call palming off. Basically, we use our hands to clean the surface. There's a certain amount of oil in your hands that attracts particles to your hand and lets them stick. And the main advantage in palming off as opposed to tack rags are that there's no waxy residue on your hands to make any contaminants go on the surface as long as your hands are clean to start. And as you're palming the surface off, using the same technique as a tack rag, you're also feeling